Welcome everyone to Life of Giants, where the true warrior is proven by the mastery of oneself. So we were just talking about that saying that we're using. He who conquers himself is the greatest warrior, which was said by Confucius. But it was like that's the pinnacle of Asian parenting, where it's like you may have won, but the best warrior is actually someone who has conquered themselves. So you still have work to do. And you're like, can't you just recognize what I just did? Like I just conquered everything. And it's a hilarious thing. But yeah, that's exactly what.
Well, I don't even think that's necessarily just war. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. Definitely.
Becoming a doctor, I conquered all of my education and became, you know what I mean?
Please no Ruby. Cole's DD Ruby's the best. Okay, so calm down.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, know your ranking in the familial tree there, Cole's DD. Get back in line. No, but okay.
It's literally becoming a tree as we speak.
I mean that kind of how that works, yeah. But I do think it's hilarious because the honorable thing is in Asian culture, you would go to defend your family. You got to go defend your family's honor, right? And then whereas they run up into Greeks, and Greeks are like, I'm here with my dad and his dad as well, and we're all here just to have a family fun murdering. And you're just like, man, it's like father and son out here just murdering the day away as one does, good family experience. And Asian guys like, man, my parents are, my dad's at home. My sister didn't even go to war. Like, fuck that.
Well, women didn't go to war till the 20th century.
But women did. That's a real thing that women fought. Some women didn't. Some women did. Some women had to. There are men who were like, oh, you need to fight? Oh, no, you just take it. Take whatever you want. That's fine. I'm not. All right? Like that's a real existence that's happened, right? So
I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I have a very skewed opinion on what belongs to me. And so my opinion on the matter is, this is why I can't stand when everybody's like, oh, Hawaii was taken against their will, and so was America from the natives. And it's like, it is my job as a man to keep mine and get mine. And if you want to take my shit, you're gonna have to kill me over it. And then if you did that, it didn't belong to me anyway. So whatever, the end. You won. You're the better man. So if a man comes, I'm not gonna let a man come up on me with a horse and try to fucking dominate me. Why would I? What do you think is gonna happen if a woman tries? I'm gonna laugh at her in her face, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Oh, what's up, Nick Tucker?
What up, Nick? Victoria, Cold DD. How you guys doing?
I mean, we're living the dream. Hey, and our special guest Marco is here. How you doing, buddy?
What up, Marco?
Yeah, we can hear you. No problem.
I had to switch I don't know what the hell happened. My mic totally he shit the bed, so I had to grab my backup.
I mean, mics will do that.
That's actually the first time. This is my studio mic, man. Nobody comes into my studio. It's fucking weird.
Like, of all the people that we hang out with, of people to have some sort of I don't know, like evil demon goblin that runs around their house sabotaging stuff, it would be Marco.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Is this mic too loud? I feel like it's too loud.
No, it's okay. Hey Marco, thanks. Last night was fun. I mean, that
sounds gay.
That sounds gay as fuck, bro. Have you guys been getting the content for LC Signs on TikTok? So it's an Asian guy who makes signage, but every time he starts, he's like, yo, that's gay as fuck, bro. He goes, you know what you need? A good acrylic sign. And he just starts going into a spiel, and it's the funniest shit. Like, he does a Trump impersonation. He has a video. It's 5 guys, I guess, in California, and they're like, "Hi, I'm Oliver. I'm Steven. I'm so and we're," and he's like, "Gay as fuck. You guys are gay as fuck. Look at my signs." And you're like, "This is, bro, this is top tier marketing."
Your algorithm is off the wall.
I just can't do that. I mean, I put one video on TikTok. I'm not into social media that much, man. I'm just like today I thought about putting a video up on TikTok. That's about as close as I got.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to.
If
So
you treat
I've
everything like it's YouTube,
I'm
you
barely
will do so well in life.
I like YouTube.
Wait a second. What? Yeah, I'm in the middle of a show. What the fuck I tell you about coming in the studio when I'm doing a show? Close the door, man.
Don't come into my room when I'm cleaning my room and using the vacuum cleaner, okay? It's private. It's private cleaning.
I wish it worked like that at my house.
Bro. You know what the problem is? So this is we love our Marco. I mean, somebody's loving Marco. Like this is the thing is like I haven't had a closed door to my bedroom in years because like we had the cat right in the get-go. So it's like, oh, we had to leave the door open because the cat comes in and some shit like that. And I'm just like, bro, I miss having like the last time I had a closed door was when I lived on my own, which was before this, and I had a condo. And it was fantastic.
When I was growing up, there was no closed doors. You know, if you had a door closed, you were doing some fuck shit, and my mom wasn't allowing that.
That was the rules in my house.
Did you have to share a bedroom, Marco, growing up?
For a while, I did. When we lived in the projects, me and my little brother shared a room. When we moved to my grandmother's house, it was the first mayor of Camel's house, so it's a big ass house.
Oh,
so we got separate rooms. But yeah, like I'd be goddamn if I was gonna share a room with all my fucking brothers and sisters. Especially if they were all together. I'm one of fucking 26, dude.
I would straight up murder that. Okay. Do you and Victoria use the Toto in front of each other? Absolutely not. The door is closed on the bathroom at all times. That's one barrier where I'm like, absolutely not. Just.
You ever have somebody think they're that close? Like your bond is that close? They just walk into the bathroom unannounced.
Never.
And just start talking like, I'm shitting. What is wrong with you?
No.
Bro, so I had a friend.
Nobody's ever made that mistake with me.
I still have a friend. We would go to his house and we could crash at his house. But the next day he's like, oh, you're not allowed to smoke inside the house on the next day. Like it's only that night and don't go too crazy and everything. It's fine. But he would adamantly go over to his bathroom. So his bedroom was right close to the bathroom and we would all be crashing in his family room. So he could go into the toilet, piss into the toilet, and then look around the door and start talking to us. And you could hear him pissing. I'm like, you're disgusting. He's like, what's the big deal? I'm like, close the door. He's like, what's the big deal? I'm like, you're
What
nasty.
do you mean, what the big deal is?
I'm like, can you stop pissing? And he's like, oh, whatever, man. This is my house. I'm like, you're disgusting. And also, too, then I would call him out for not washing his hands. And then, yeah.
See, I lived I lived with this chick back in my 20s, and we had like one of them loft apartments. So like when you went up the stairs, that was the bedroom right there, and then like not even 5 steps away from the bedroom was the bathroom.
Right.
And I used to use it like if the chick would piss me off, like I would like we'd have sex or whatever, and then I wouldn't nut. I'd just go into the bathroom and let her hear me jacking off just to piss her off.
That's so wild. That is the wildest thing I've heard in a while.
That is such a petty thing to do, but I get it.
Dude, the look on her face just.
Oh, yeah.
I'd wait for like because we'd switch up, like take turns giving head, and she's like, I'd let her give me head, and then I'd pass out. She's like, "Wait a minute, you're supposed to I'm asleep." That guy came.
You savage bastard.
I mean, if you want to play, I was brought up in a household of nothing but fucking women. I could play petty.
Oh God, that sounds so horrible.
No, I feel like being raised by a single mom, I get that.
Bro, and you know what? Like also too, like you were saying how you like your mom, like your voice is changing because puberty's happening, and she's like, "Don't take that tone with me," and you're like, "I'm just talking. I don't know what's going on."
That's a real thing.
Oh,
that's a real thing. Me and all my brothers, we've had this discussion too. It's like, how did not one of us have like a really deep voice? Every one of my brothers sounds just like me, same
Because
voice.
your mother beat it out of you.
Right?
Yeah.
We're sitting there thinking, oh, because if we got too like too deep voiced, we said, "Hey, mom, where's the remote?" Like that remote would come flying at your face. That's where the remote is.
Bro.
It's in your skull now.
How old were you? You had a remote. We were the remote.
We didn't really have a remote, but you get the point.
And we didn't even know that the remote had a name for years. It was always the clicker.
The clicker, that's another one. My mom likes that one. But
There you go.
I don't remote now. I don't
Marco's
know that
name.
I've ever had a remote, ever actually. But for
Yeah,
the sake of the fucking argument,
we got it. Don't worry. It's okay. Marco got slippers thrown at his head. It's fine.
What the fuck are you talking? Slippers? First of all, they're chunkless, and I got a lot heavier shit than a fucking slipper tossed in my head.
I mean, like as a baby toy. Just here, throw it. Put it in the baby. It's fine.
okay,
No,
we have Cole's
you ever-
DB
You ever get
Dino's
your ass
Seepaw.
whooped by a Puerto Rican woman with a fucking slipper?
and Marco's neighbor.
That's
I mean,
Sharon or Donovan. What up?
there you go. No, I got beat with hands and yeah, I know my mom's slipper. That's fine. That was a couple times, but nothing. That's the thing is, I was bigger than adults by the time I was like 15. So
See, that didn't mean shit to my mama. My mama is still 5'2" or 3", and my brother is a boxer.
Yeah.
She didn't give a fuck. To this day, my mom will fucking throw a cross straight to his dome.
I mean, Marco's neighbor is staying anonymous. I guess. I mean, wouldn't you? Come on, that's it.
I just named them. Shit.
Oh yeah, and they're like, oh shit, it's fine. Whatever, fine, whatever.
You want to talk about having your own room? I didn't have my own room ever until I was like 26, 27 years old. Because like I shared a room pretty much my entire childhood. And then I immediately, as I moved out, I lived with two different girls, chicks or whatever.
You were
Moved out straight into I moved from my mom's house to living with a chick. And then when I broke up with her, I moved back in with my mom. And then I moved out with a chick again, my baby mama. And then I moved in here, got my own room.
Like, sounds like you were a foster child.
Pretty fucking much, right? I'm living alone the first time ever in my life.
Social workers, man. You know, he was just getting attached to his social workers.
I mean,
pretty much. Fuck, man, it's just expensive.
I get
Especially
it.
when you're a bum like I was in my 20s.
Dude, like literally right before I came in here to set up for the show, I was watching. There's an Italian dude who's going all over like South America and like Peru, Spain, all that shit, and just kind of walking around and seeing like the slums. And shit. There's a place in fucking Peru. No, there's a place in fucking Peru, man. It's like I think they said 5,000 above fucking sea level or whatever.
Yeah,
it's a mountain. It's a mining, if you want to call it a town.
Yeah,
it's covered in fucking trash. Like literally the mine, like the way down to the mine is just, it looks like a fucking a garbage dump.
Fuck.
Yeah, and they're fucking like the dude who was there, he was his second day. He said just breathe in the air there, man. There's so much mercury and shit. Like there's no regulation. There's like 2 cops in the whole town.
Damn.
And like, they're being paid by the mining company. So
yeah, and if you're not a miner, you're either a miner, one of the little shopkeepers, or you're a prostitute.
A different kind of miner.
I miss
dude, yeah, and they are. You're either a miner or a miner, but you're both working.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of how that
works.
What
the
fuck? Bro, that's a hard life to live. And the worst part is like you would leave your family at home so you could go do that. And you're like, yeah, bro, this is the problem, is that that's not a good system either. Right? Like you can't, I'm going to send money to my wife. Okay, great. Yeah. What's your wife doing?
Fucking the guy who's not smelling like garbage and diapers.
Have you guys ever been in a house that was just like abruptly left?
Yeah.
Like I used to for side money, I used to like go clean those houses. Like
Oh,
just
bro.
yeah, just stuff their shit in the
You find
garbage
some of the best shit
and
like
just throw it on the lawn, right? Yeah, for landlords, like people who were renting and then just skipped, just left all their shit and left. Whether it was because the cops were on their ass or they just didn't want to pay rent or whatever, they got evicted, whatever it was. Um,
But
is that
what?
what what's happening with Mars? Like, because if you think about it, like the trash mountain, it got me thinking, like,
Where in
are we
Mars?
just gonna go to Mars and then just leave all our trash here? Just leave all our shit. We're just gonna. All right, bye.
Well, I would think if they make the colony on Mars the way they're envisioning, then a lot of the regulations down here on Earth would fucking go by the wayside, and
Yeah.
we'll be able to burn all the trash and not have to worry about a ozone layer because they don't give a fuck about us anymore.
That's what I'm saying. That's just them skipping out on rent here. That's
Okay.
the super
Nikita.
meta version of that.
I'm gonna put. I guess.
Who is Minerva
I
Kruger?
don't know. This one. I
What,
guess,
is
this
that
one.
Freddie's
Oh,
uncle or aunt?
I don't know, but it's on yours, not on mine.
Online?
It's on yours. Yeah.
I don't even know how to look
Well,
at it.
they want to get your attention, apparently. So, part's on you.
Well,
Uh,
hi, Nikita Shivo. Shivo?
Shiva.
Hi. I'm not exactly sure if you're trying to send me something or whatever. I see a little circle with a line through it.
They've sent names, and then they have sent that. But so, and then just periods, and you're like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, well,
I never understood why people do that kind of shit.
I've been glitching out. It's a bot,
Probably.
but I'm kind of glitching out ever since the person started. This bot started commenting.
I'm pretty good. And like I said, my glitches stopped once Trump lifted the fucking
Bro, which is the wildest fact in the world.
You know why that's funny? You know why that's hilarious? Me and Dino were just talking about this. But like, you know why that's just because like you're the Democrats aren't glitching you anymore doesn't mean your problems are solved. Because you're Hispanic, you're gonna get deported.
No, I'm not.
They're gonna come in
My
confused for a
papers are better than
hobo
Cole.
and send
Right
you
now,
to
Cole, what's your
fucking
ID?
Colombia.
Where's your ID, Cole?
In my fucking wallet on my ass right now.
Yep, so is mine.
Oh.
That means I'm an American and I have one.
I have a question for you guys.
At all times.
Have you guys met men that don't carry ID?
That's
Yeah.
wild. Like I
Yeah.
never understood that. Ever
Like-
since I got my first ID, my mom. The only other part of the ID, my mom always kept our Social Security cards because she said if we lose them, we'd be fucked.
Yeah.
But aside from that, when we were old enough to get an ID, whether it was a school ID, I mean, fuck, my mom used to have a fit that I didn't carry my military ID.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
The idea of not having ID, and I'm like, that's crazy. You
I left my
can't-
wallet at home one time and got pulled over.
All these people are having a fit. They're gonna check your ID, or what about the ID, or this?
Yeah.
Dude, you
Check
need an
everyone's ID.
I was buying cigarettes at 13, and I was getting ID. I mean, come on,
Bro.
We all need to carry your fucking ID.
The idea that people are like, I shouldn't need ID to vote. You're like, I'm sorry. Of all the things, I don't think you should need ID to buy smokes, booze, whatever. You definitely need a ID to vote. That is 100%. Like that is, we're doing it backwards, people.
We keep being told that voting is the biggest, the democratic privilege, that this and that. Okay, so you're supposed to have your ID. What kind of privilege is it to fucking dude? You gotta have an ID to get into some fucking clubs,
bro. Nick's like, I actually have an ID for the National Association of High School Principals. Thank you. And you know what? That should be valid ID. You're like, I'm a principal. You're like, I can definitely ruin your child's day. That's a good thing to know.
Like, look at this shit. Like, there's like card games. If you go and play in tournaments, you have to show ID for.
Right.
You know, like it's a fucking game.
Association of Principal. What a lose. Welcome, Lily. Your best friend's already here. Yeah, no, but that's like the idea that you wouldn't walk around being able to identify yourself, you're like, that's alarming. I'd be
Just
like,
as a pothead, just as a pothead,
Yeah.
I forget a lot of things. I can forget who I am for a quick second.
I mean,
The easiest way to remember that without looking like a retard with my name on my arm is pulling out my fucking ID.
I mean, I get
one
it.
time left my wallet at home and then got pulled over, and I gave the cop my birthday. He was back in the car running my birthday for a long ass time. Came back, told me he could not find me, and then I told him my birthday again, and he promptly detained me because he misheard what I said the first time because he thought I said 1991 when I was born in 1994. And so this whole thing, this whole misunderstanding of a deaf fucking cop happened all because I forgot my wallet at home. So I don't do that shit anymore.
Okay, stop for a second. See, a misheard or misunderstanding we like 1991 and 19 having fun. There is no 1994 doesn't even flow into the 91. Like there's no, it's not phonetic.
I mean, I mumble. I'll give him that. I mumble.
Sure.
But regardless, whatever you heard, whatever he heard, maybe I mumbled. I don't know whose fault it was.
Let's look at the real scenario.
Hey.
Cole was all coked up. His mouth was like,
Like, hi, officer. What can I do for you?
then you went up the floor, officer.
Nah, you know what it was? I was in Beechwood. You know what kind of people live in Beechwood? That rhymes with who? The Who's.
So Lily says,
I don't
who's
look
the
like one of
hunky
them. I look like
enchilada
one of
in the
them.
middle? You're now an enchilada, sir. Oh, God. Who's this?
Why are we getting like?
They're all from
comment
Marcos.
thing
Things. Cole, you're
Yeah,
so
right.
old. LML, I am 25. Jam, Lily, you're 25.
These are all from the Upside Down Studios YouTube.
Yes.
I'm wondering what the fuck is going on there.
Well, I'm assuming Claire Bryant had a cat jump onto her keyboard, and
I was wondering because that looks like hieroglyphics,
I
especially with
mean,
no glasses on.
Lily,
Those are
I'm
kinda-
old. I see how it is. I'm a little bit of a silvering fox. I'm getting
Oh.
there.
relax, okay, bro? Relax.
I'm getting a little silvery.
You got one gray hair on your chest, and you're like, I'm a silver
dude,
fox,
this
basically.
whole- You can't
You're
see
like
it, but like this whole side of my fucking like face sideburn is just like carpet bombed with gray hair now.
Stop going down on the old ladies at the community center.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm trying to get an inheritance from somebody.
I mean, that's the best way to get it. If women can get it that way, there's no reason why men shouldn't. All
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Come on. It's only fair. Claire Bryant, why are you doing this?
Dude,
Marco is more
Let's talk about that for a quick second before we get back to the Marco is more like a
David is the best.
sopapilla than
Like a
sope.
sope than an enchilada. There you go. Well, now we have answers. Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah. See, I'm American. I have no fucking clue what any of you guys are talking about. Did you say hot dog?
You fit, so when you say you're
burger, did
Well,
you
you-
say pizza?
so Marco, you say you're Puerto Rican, right? But you were born in Ohio, right? So you're
I'm
like
Native American, motherfucker. I was born, like you said, in
Native
Ohio.
American.
Yeah, I'm
So
Native.
yeah, you're not even fucking Hispanic at all. Like you're just dark complected is all.
Well, now if you look into it, and I actually found this out through you met him too back in the day when we were doing the shows with Ryan. Remember that dude that was in Thailand who was making the book on the Indians?
Oh yeah. I still talk with him online.
I haven't spoke to him in a while. We were cool, and then Ryan said some fuck shit, and then he didn't want to talk to us no more. But I mean, talking to him, he was the one who actually had me go into the lineage of the Taino tribes, the Puerto Rican, like the original native Puerto Ricans. And that's when I found out that not only were the native Tainos on the island, but they were also on mainland America. So fuck you, Cole. I am Native American.
There you go. Hey, and if you
Nah,
didn't
dude,
need this will brighten your day too.
You
Not
got
gonna lie,
Fortran
I'd let
written all
Marco
over
dick
you.
me. I'm also drunk. So there you go.
Hell
Lily,
yeah.
for sure.
That's what's up. Good for
I
you,
mean,
Marco.
I mean, it's Cole and I show, but she's like, no, I want the one in the middle. That's fine. You can do that. You're allowed.
That's how it goes when Ruby comes on too, though. So like we're
Yeah.
used to it.
We're basically just here. We're tits on a bowl over here.
Ruby's
Right.
pretty hot too. She got
That's what I
that
said.
cool fucking bloodline. It's terrible.
I mean, it's definitely corrupted, but you know,
Like mixing with a Nephilim.
it's but
What
the
is-
reverse. It's
What is
they're all
that?
a
You don't know
Nephilim.
what a Nephilim is?
Nephilim were when angels came down and started banging chicks. The kids they have were Nephilim.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's a totally accurate.
Don't do it, Marco. She's a harlot. If anything, that sweetened the deal for him, Nick. That's
Hey,
fine.
look, I buy my pocket pussies at the flea market just so because I like my girls a little dirty. Just to
Oh,
let you know.
Jesus.
You like them used, not dirty. What the
What
fuck?
do you think? Oh, she's the good girl. She was just used by the town.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
All right, so
Yeah.
Marco, about 26 minutes in, our quote for the day is what was it? He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. How does that pertain to your life? How would you put that in terms of how you have accomplished life?
Well, it's kind of like it almost goes back to the last show we had together with the confidence and thing. You know, I see a lot of like, and I've seen a quote on Facebook that said, "People who are brought up on love and people who are brought up on survival have two different outlooks."
Correct.
All right, I don't even really know what love is. I'm gonna just let you know right there. So it was survival. So I was also brought up with a lot of there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of things that could fuck you up where I come from or whatever. And I chose, I lived a great deal of my life in fear and getting bullied and not, and doing the turn the other cheek and doing the be the good guy or be the bigger person. And I did nothing but get stomped on. So I made it my point to anything and everything I would fear to do, I made a point to do it. So if I was, and one of the greatest fears that I've ever seen in a lot of people, even some of the biggest, baddest thugs, is public speaking or being on stage.
True.
And for somehow, some way, once I got over that, if I say it on stage, I say it in real life, I say whatever the fuck I want to say.
You do. I will give you that. You are way more willing to say the shit you thinking to anyone.
Yeah. That is true. As well, Lily's out here. Fuck off, Tucker. I like what I like. And what she likes is apparently Marco.
And I don't discriminate one bit, darling.
That's how that is. There you go. Just so you know, Marco's on your side. Can you imagine?
Do you have any advice for a 5'4"
bald high school principal with a weak libido asking for
Cialis?
Sorry, Cialis. There you go.
Cialis.
And fuck them.
I'll tell you, the Levitra is hit or miss. Viagra will have you fucking seeing tracers and your old lady fucking calling the radio station making fun of you. Cialis is proven. It's the French. It's called the French Weekend back in the fucking 70s. If you look in the old porn books, like the ones with the big hairy bushes, they got the ads in there. It's called the French Weekend. That was the original Cialis.
There you go. Also, just go bang some young chicks. You'll be fine, Nick. Man. Mark has got a nice
Playboy magazine.
That's also true.
Can we talk about the fact that have you ever noticed that most of the dudes who need Viagra are just men who've been married for 30 years? Yeah. It's I don't think he has erectile dysfunction.
My ex-girlfriend,
he just has a loud, naggy wife.
Dude, that's no bullshit. My ex-girlfriend ruined my sex like something terrible.
Yeah.
I went from my dick getting hard when the wind blew to now I'm just like, I gotta prepare, I gotta do some fucking yoga tantric shit. I gotta, I'm watching 4 different porns. A couple times it might have been a finger in the ass, who knows?
I mean, it was probably more than a finger. Hey, Marco, what's the worst night you ever spent in jail? That's a fair question.
Why do you think he's been to jail? That's fucked up.
Look at his face. Come on. Well, you think he was a guard?
Thank you, Cole. Thank you very much.
The
So anyways, we threw a dude in the trunk of a car.
Went hard right off the rip.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you, Cole, for defending me. But anyway, back to the jail story.
Why we put him in the trunk?
Probably
We just allegedly, we put him in the trunk of a car, and then
Oh,
allegedly we drove him to another state, and allegedly there was some maybe attempted unalivings, who knows? And then allegedly he jumped into somebody else's vehicle that happened to be just driving by. It was like a movie, and allegedly there was a car chase in the yards and stuff, and made it back into the original state. And allegedly we all ended up at a police station, and cops come out the fucking doors like they were Roman fucking gladiators.
Of course.
Marco, you just described trafficking a human.
Yeah.
Like you just kidnapped a person and drove them across state lines.
We weren't selling nobody.
Yeah.
If anything, we were getting rid of material.
We're introducing them to new friends.
I don't think trafficking is like exclusive to selling. I think trafficking is just taking a person against their will across state lines.
Basically.
Really across county lines.
Marco's neighbor says, is jail food as bad as they say it is? Also, you owe me $43. Good luck collecting. Who you lending $43 to, bro?
The only jail food I ever ate was in Camel Jail, and they went and got you McDonald's. So yeah, it was kind of terrible.
I mean, it's not great, but you know.
Yeah, McDonald's 3 times a fucking day is terrible.
McDonald's is good every once in a while.
McDonald's is good maybe once a fucking week or a month.
Yeah, once a week, once every other week, or once a week is fair.
They have a special salt in McDonald's, like something in the salt of the food in McDonald's. Like it's, because I like.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Cocaine. That's what's in their salt. Cocaine, motherfucker.
No, it's weird because like if you eat McDonald's once in a while, like it's like, damn, that was actually pretty good. But if you have it a second time that day, you're like, this was the nastiest thing I've ever had.
Yeah,
for whatever reason, it's so weird.
Yeah, you can only have one sitting like every 72 hours max, and like you can have like lunch and dinner are the same. You can have a breakfast and a regular time meal that you can have like twice in a week, but then that's about it.
Yeah, I feel like McDonald's breakfast and then everything else from McDonald's is like 2 different kinds of fucking places.
Yeah.
Like it's like different, like it's a different vibe, it's a different experience, it's a different environment,
different staff, different everything. Everything's different. No, there's no question there. It's
the old white people working in the mornings.
Yeah, they're the best. You're getting good service. You're getting your right change back.
Right. Those are the people who like grew up on McDonald's, right?
The old white ladies are in the back cooking, and then you got the old black ladies at the counter, and everybody got that. How you doing, child? You need you some more sugar? You need some more?
Yeah.
Then the lunch crew steps over, and half of them are just they done lost their careers, or they're divorcees, or they're fucking they're just getting off of the wagon or getting back on the wagon or whatever. So they're not giving a fuck, and then. You get the late shifters, which are the youngins who are just hopping on the wagon, and they're all fucked up. So that's the only reason you get your good food in the morning shift. Those are the responsible folks.
Yeah.
From fucking what is it? They open at 6 from 6 o'clock till fucking maybe 10, 11 o'clock. You'll get you a decent sandwich. After that, you're fucked.
Listen, everyone knows grandmas need to be home when the kids come home from school. They don't need to be up. Like they need to be up and at work when the kids are going to school. That's mom or dad's job. But grandma, when they come home. Also, I've seen this a couple times. Marco, are you a third input? What does third input mean?
Yeah, I don't understand what you mean there.
Cole, you're young. What does third input mean? Is that gay?
I've never heard that.
third input. I mean, that would be.
We
the
just
butthole.
got done talking about how many gray hairs I have in my beard and calling me.
Wouldn't the third input be the butthole, your mouth, your vag, and your butthole?
I would assume as much.
You might have a point there.
It's an It's an overdose of salt. Also true. I'd ban McDonald's if I could. Yeah, but McDonald's is horrible, right? Like it's not. We ordered from McDonald's and I even got like without a bun and stuff, and it wasn't that bad. It was okay. But like
McDonald's, the best McDonald's ever is when they had the big neon guy with the burger head.
Big neon guy with the burger, Mayor McCheese.
Yeah. You don't remember that? No, it wasn't Mayor McCheese. It was
hamburger?
it was a man, like a old. How can I describe it? Like the old servers back in the day, they were young kids. They were in a white shirt that was nice. Maybe had a white tie, a white pants, and would come out with the thing on his hand and the little paper hat. Well, it was one of them with a big fucking McDonald's head, and it was a neon sign. That was the last that they actually brought you your food to your car.
Oh yeah, I was not alive for that.
I was fucking alive for that. Well, I was alive for the end of it.
Yeah, but also too, they would probably never have happened in Canada, right? So being in the States, you would have got it.
Yeah, the neon is some kind of climate shit, ain't it? You fuckers, climate shit.
Basically, their pizza was good. I remember McDonald's pizza was tasty. You know, it wasn't good.
I remember McDonald's fajitas, but never McDonald's pizza.
What the fuck are y'all? Where did y'all go?
What the fuck you mean? McDonald's had the best fajitas for a good minute. I have to admit.
Yeah, you remember? And you didn't get it. They were like, bro, they were like $3, but you got like a lot of chicken in those things.
Yeah.
God is spamming us. Hi, God. Welcome. How are you? You got some explaining to do.
Hola, senor.
You done fucked up. Just an FYI.
I think God is playing cards with Trump right now.
It must have been covered with MSG. Oh, it's definitely covered with MSG. That's funny. Do you think so? Remember,
Asian, I'd trust the fucking MSG.
Yeah. Hey, the boy Gray 12. Whoa, Marco. He's the one from East Liverpool.
What up, the boy? What up, God?
Whose dad was in a band. Yeah, see, I don't know. I feel like it's an important thing to be constantly growing and trying to be a better person. But like, man, people be testing me. Is that not? Is like some people start talking and you're like, hey, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I will smoke you right now. Like, I don't. It's a weird thing, right?
What do you mean in terms of what though? Like, can you give me an example?
Like people will reach out to you because of things like how things used to be, right? Like assuming it's 5-6 years ago, and you're like, hey man, we're not the same people anymore. So let's just calm down, right?
I've had some people come at me like that. You know, get people who was when I was in my young phase, when I was in that fear phase, when I used to get bullied, and you know they think they're gonna come up and talk to me. Dude, I will choke you.
Yeah,
I will fucking choke you. You know, and I'm half the size I was because I was cold size back in fucking high school.
Bro.
You were not fucking 6 foot. Get the fuck out of here.
He got his legs chopped off in the war.
I'm talking about I was fat.
Bro, Glue, why do you look like an album cover of a fake Drake album? I mean, that is a good description of basically how he carries himself. At any moment in time,
myself like a fake Drake album.
That's what I was
yourself. Yeah, you carry yourself as if you're posing for a Drake album at all times.
That's an awful long way to say I'm cool as shit.
No, that's an awful long way of saying that you lay there and take pictures of yourself with your cock slinging.
I do that as well.
He does do that. It's okay. Marco sent me pictures of his poop, and I was like, "You're not allowed to send me those pictures. I don't want that." And he's like, "What's the big deal?" I'm like, "Hey," I said no. He's like, "Fine." He stopped sending me.
Can I just open the fucking oven or something? All I smell is tuna. Like, it's not a good smell. The fuck are y'all
talking about your mom, dude? Just because she wants to sit there with you.
That is rude. That is rude.
Why
bro.
do you gotta make it weird, Marco?
You made it weird.
That makes shit weird.
You shouldn't talk about your mom when she's in the same house like that, bro. It's not. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. Can I ask you a question? Have your parents ever tried to school you as an adult?
My
And he has
mom
a-
constantly tries to do that.
My mom tried that, and I was like, "Hey, you need to shut up." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Be quiet. You don't get a voice."
What?
see, you get to do that. Yeah, and I will tell you this: your bigness and all that may be intimidating to 99% of the population, but I know one little short spick woman who will just no matter how right you are, no matter how correct you are, no matter how here's proof you are. Once she gets to that point where she can't argue her point no more, she'll hit you.
Yeah.
That's my mom. My mom, because
Yeah.
I went in there, because I was brought up on all this Bible horse shit.
Yeah.
So when I got older and I did all my research and I knew everything she was telling me was pretty much propaganda from the homeland.
Correct.
Me and her had quite a few discussions, which also always ended up with me getting hit with something.
Of course.
I said I never rose my voice. I
Mhm.
never got rude. I never got, and it
They'll
always
get beat.
ended up where because I said so. Bah!
That's the fact is that's a weak mind where you're like, well, no, I
but
can't
that's
explain.
a strong fucking arm. I tell you that.
Bro.
And then that's the problem with the America, especially the Gen. What was the Gen before the Gen X? Why they were called Gen Y? My brother's age, which is just like maybe 10, 15 years older than me.
The boomers.
No,
no, I
wouldn't be
think
boomers.
the boomers were before that. These were the offsprings
The
of
boomers. They were the generation before generation X. I swear to God.
Anyway, regardless, it doesn't matter.
My brother Joey, I mean, he's like maybe 2 inches shorter than me. He's older now, so he ain't got the bigness. But it was 3 times my size, rock hard muscle, and dumb as a box of fucking rocks. I mean, to this day, he still thinks he's like because he was a boxer. He got hit in his. He wouldn't wear his headgear. That's no lie. That's some truth. So he got hit so many times that he still thinks he's in high school as we speak right now.
Bro, that's rough.
Yeah,
you want Marco's poop?
Like
no,
Youngstown cops were afraid of my brother Joey. Like he was the first person I've ever seen grab the fucking little needle tasers out of himself and attack a fucking cop.
Jesus.
Yeah. My brother Joey wasn't no joke in his day.
No,
Lily just changed her whole profile picture. How drunk is she right now?
I mean, Lily is
you got it going on in that picture right there.
She's like, I want a Victoria Marco podcast.
You're right.
Let's calm down. Just relax there, Lily. Jesus Christ.
Lily, hit me up on Facebook.
Apparently.
But no, fucking Youngstown cops. Youngstown cops are rough as fuck too. For them to be scared of a person, because I know those cops get fucking. They pump iron, bro. Like, there's some fucking thugs out in Youngstown.
Oh yeah, dude. Like my brother Joey, like he got into a motorcycle accident and he fucked his leg up real bad. So from his ankle up to like his hip bone on one side was titanium. When he got into a street fight, that's why he had to quit boxing. He hit a dude so hard that 4 of his teeth lodged into his knuckles.
Damn.
So they had to remove my brother's fucking, like my mom, I think, still has the knuckle somewhere, but it has teeth embedded in the knuckles. So they had to replace his left hand with stainless steel. So his fucking left hand, which is his dominant punching hand, is stainless steel, and his right leg is titanium. He's half fucking cyborg and stupid as fucking shit. Stupid as shit. Christ. That's scary. That's God's joke on humanity.
Victoria has good opinions. I mean, hey, congratulations to Boy Gray.
The Mexican winter
old school Mickey D's was great. But yeah, there you go. Ta-da, everyone. There you go.
Your brother is the Mexican Winter Soldier. He's
No, I give it to him. He was Puerto Rican and black.
I'm gonna call him Frio Salado.
And again, if anything, he would wear the Captain America outfit because that's not Captain America, that's Captain Puerto Rico.
Ta-da. Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
would say Captain Texas,
Captain Texas.
which sounds way more badass.
Captain
I
Texas
mean-
might as well be Captain fucking Mexico, anyways.
At this point, listen.
That's your brother, Captain Mexico.
We were tempted to intro you as coming back fresh from a nice roundup, but
Deportation.
yeah, and you're like, no, I'm American, leave me alone.
I
Do you have any
talked
ID? You're like, I got 5.
Like when I was in the club in Cleveland the other night, I that was the first thing I said. I was like, before we start this, y'all motherfuckers is all legal, right? I ain't gonna get caught up. I got shit on me, I ain't gonna be collateral damage on this. I'll whiten up real quick. No, officer, I don't want to be none of your shenanigans.
Yeah.
I own the Cadillac outside with the insurance.
Yeah, that's right.
With
The
the
young
intro.
bro.
Hey,
absolutely.
the boy Gray, good job, man, getting the 51 subs. By the
Yeah,
way,
congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
The Youngstown Hood is scary. I don't know how many times I have turned on the news and there's a shoot. Yeah, but that happens. Like, that's
But
not.
dude, we have done shows. These guys have heard the shootings in my backyard.
Yeah, I have. I'd treat Marco to McDonald's. I mean, Lily, he'll go. He'll happily go. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, the silver dollar flappies.
I mean,
They haven't fucked up the
Yeah.
pancakes. And every
Bro.
once in a while, you need a McMuffin to kind of take the edge off of the night
There
of
you go.
partying.
definitely. Hey,
The
nothing.
McGriddle. The McGriddle,
Yeah.
the fucking pancake with sausage and shit. Oh, that's just so good.
So
that's
bad
just-
for you.
That's
I
why
don't
people-
know. Fuck.
You know
It's
what, though? Hey.
McDonald's. I'm not going there for
So-
fucking health.
Right now, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 ANWs that are close by. One of them is like a full, like, you can
Oh my
drive
God,
in and
you have
get
an A&W by you. I got to drive 2 hours away to find a fucking A&W, Dino.
bro.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
tell
no
you,
AEW
hey,
drivers.
A&W has superior hash browns and a superior breakfast. Like,
They
it's
have superior everything, dude.
bro,
Do they
it's
still
so
come
good.
to your car out there?
Huh?
Do they still come to your car out there?
No, they don't do that. But
See,
like,
the last
if-
one that we had around us up in Boardman, I think they shut down maybe 10 years ago. They kept that tradition no matter what throughout the years. Throughout
Yeah.
the years, they had you could pull up, you make your order if you wanted to. They put the little tray on the side of your fucking
for
window,
real,
dude.
man. So
That's
the
what-
only thing they do is if you're staying in, you'll get like a frosted mug of root beer, and it's so good.
Oh,
Yeah, and you could just, I want a refill. They're like, yeah, no problem.
Yep.
Like, do you want a new mug? I'd be like, I'd love a new mug. Absolutely.
You want a
They
new
got
mug?
one. They got one like
Why did
2
they
hours.
die off the bringing me my food shit? Okay, now the best you can get is curbside, but it's just not the same.
No.
You know what happened to the drive-in or the drive-up? I guess whatever happened to that? Why did that go away? That's what made America great, in my opinion. One of the things, at least.
I
Well,
agree with
there
you
was-
there.
Once upon a time, there was an age of not only gratitude, but kind of respect for your elders and people around you. The worst bullying you would get was maybe a malt tossed at you.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
True.
Everybody knew each other. Your Nana was not only the church leader, but she was also part of the mayor's office, and they also fucking met for bridge at the bingo hall later on that
Yeah.
night. You can leave your fucking doors open, shit like that.
I like how you're like glorifying white culture, like it's extended to you, like
I mean, dude,
like old white culture, I should say, not new.
Hey,
current.
Marco used to be the black guy in his neighborhood. And
No.
then,
no, it was like that for everybody. I mean, because like I said, I grew up in the projects. From the projects to my grandma's house was maybe a quarter mile. So I
Yeah.
didn't move that far when we did move out of there. But I mean, it was just like that. The black folks, that's why I talk about a lot of this. People talk with this racism horse shit. I didn't see. I've seen the worst of the racism of my generation. I feel like maybe in the early '90s. That's where it fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
generally the violent
and
racism. Yeah, for sure.
All the
Rodney
race.
King was probably the end of it. Everyone was kind of
Puerto Rican,
Rodney
and I
King
was
happened. Everyone was
called
like, "This is too much."
I heard
Yeah.
Wigger more than I ever heard the N word. I mean, when
You
we
heard
were
what?
growing up, I heard Wigger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was especially when I went to trade school. I was a wigger.
You're not from Texas. I'll tell you that much.
Bro.
But you know, I mean, like
good old
now,
days when Nana had affairs with the mayor and the church leader. I mean, yeah, those are the days.
yeah.
Nana got around.
Hey, look, I done heard some shit. I love my grandma to death. She was the only person in my family who I feel I really connected with. But my grandma was a hoe.
Oh,
Like I found out shit throughout after she passed, and you know, this person and that person. Yeah, my grandpa worked his ass off in the mill. He was an asshole. That's the way we were brought up. You went to work, you paid the bills, you drank, you maybe occasionally beat your wife. You know, but the wives would suck up the money and fucking go do whatever the fuck all goddamn day while the husbands was doing 16-hour shifts. That's mostly why they got their asses whooped.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, grandma, especially, you know, I told y'all about the fucking neon dildo thingy I found, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You told us in great detail, sir.
Yeah. That was terrifying for me to find that out on a real sex fucking documentary.
Yeah. Old people, bro, the highest amount of STDs or STIs, whatever you want to call them, is in old people right now.
Oh, yeah.
They are filthy, absolutely filthy perverts.
Dude,
well, I mean, when you're that close to death, you don't really give a shit anyway, you know?
It ain't even like that, dude. I've dated a lot of chicks who were into home health aid type shit, or they took care, you know, they were nurses and shit like that. And you don't know how many different women that I know, like they went to go, like these, and it's women mostly. The guys, there's a couple perverted guys, you know, here and there. Yeah. But the women, when they're fucking like getting bathed, you don't know how many of them want the caregiver to rub them out.
I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Dude, I used to work in a old folks home throwing carpet. Like
gotta be consensual. Gotta be consensual.
And he was like, I banged all the old
That's
broads.
not where I'm going with this.
Every old broad. As soon as I found out they weren't on birth control, I was like, you're my lady.
I can't tell you how many times, like I was a carpet installer, right? So we just, all right, somebody moved out, assumably they died, but that's not my business. We just put it in take the old carpet up, put the new carpet in. Boom, boom, done.
I bet you did lay that new carpet.
I cannot tell you how many times between bringing tools up or taking them down or whatever to the van, old people, men and women, would come out of the rooms naked and ask me to help them out in the room. I'd be like, do I look like I work here? I'm not wearing scrubs. Stop. What the fuck?
You imagine the old guy in room 14? Just, how you doing, Cole? Oh, how you doing? So, oh, no.
They don't know me, but that's
butt naked, nipples hard, dick pointing right at Cole.
Yeah, like, I've been having a day. I think I took the wrong pills this morning. Have to deal with this situation. Just
you don't by chance have something for this, do you, Cole?
Right. They don't know me. That's the thing. They've never seen me before in their life.
Oh, they just assume you're one of the workers.
Yeah, they just come up to me like
anyway, so they ain't gonna know you tomorrow either.
Bro. This is okay, and Lily is laying on I'd be a hospice nurse and give Marco a sponge bath. I bet you would, you dirty bird.
While Marco's on his deathbed.
Bro. I don't know, man.
I need Trump not to fuck with China and the Asians too much for the next 10 years. Because I need them to finish the research on downloading consciousnesses. Because whether there's a God or not, I'm not going to find out. I'm getting downloaded into the Matrix.
I don't want to be downloaded to anything. Are you kidding me? I want everything up here to stay private. If it gets released,
if you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah, I do have a deal with Victoria because you know how you could buy those bulbs where you can put your remains in there and you grow into a tree. I'm like, I want to do that, but I don't want to be embalmed. So I want the tree to grow. I want the I want to be in the tree where you could like see my face through the tree, like just like Han Solo, but the tree.
I want my remains scattered across Disneyland. I don't want to be cremated though.
A finger for here, you know.
Just send me off on a raft and somebody shoot a fucking fiery arrow.
There you go.
Oh, definitely. I
Everybody
feel like
get
that would be the best one.
get high and have a big fucking festival.
I definitely want
The
there to be
haunted
party.
mansion.
Hey, if I die, I want party favors. Everybody's getting party favors. Everybody's getting shit faced that night.
For
Hey,
real?
the party favors are going to be those 100 milligram gummies that I take, and everyone's going to be on their ass like within minutes. Like I took a candy and now I can't feel my face. But yeah, there you go, perfect. Yeah, someone's like, I can see through time. You're like, yep.
Who do you
that's
care
the-
though? You're not gonna be there. This would prompts my next question. If you, I really want one, but if you had the opportunity, like say you were privy that you're gonna die soon, you could catch terminal cancer or whatever, would you do a walking funeral? I totally want one. Like I want to be at my funeral. Like I want to be. Oh, I'm gonna die soon. Go out. Let's go fucking drink and have a party, and we'll dress in black and listen to Johnny Cash and have a good fucking time. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Fuck it though.
And at the
Don't
end of
die.
the day, just blow your brains out in front of
Yeah,
everybody.
that was. Oh, that's the way to do
mean-
it. Go out, Viking funeral.
I
Alive.
do agree with at the end everyone gets to shoot me and I die. Like that would be like I would, but like I don't know if I could do that.
You're in Canada.
How does one
That's
catch
just a
cancer?
suicide.
That's a fair question, Victoria.
See, what you do is you find one that hasn't died yet, and they're real light, and you throw them. Let Dio catch them.
No,
But you gotta have Colt running next to them so they can hold the IV.
I mean, yeah, that's not that's
You catch somebody who,
That's how you catch cancer.
somebody born in July jumps off a roof, and you catch them.
See, my cancer
and this was that was our last episode. Everyone, we've been banned from the internet thanks to these two idiots.
That's not even the worst thing we've ever said.
Oh
I mean,
no!
it's up there. Well, if for more, tune into Upside Down Studios on Wednesday, and trust me, if you weren't offended today, you'll definitely be offended on Wednesday.
Can we even
Oh
say
yeah, we're
anything
gonna talk
offensive?
immigration Wednesday. We're gonna talk ICE and immigration.
Bro, I've been laughing my ass off. It's the videos that I'm seeing when guys, I'm not going back to Haiti. He's definitely going back to
Dude,
Haiti.
that was fucking hilarious. Hilarious.
I'm not going back. He's going back. Yeah, go.
You're gonna be the first one to go back, dude. The whole shit with the fucking Colombian president, that was fucking hilarious.
It was
That
an hour.
bitch hold it like he was fucking like a paper napkin.
1 hour, bro.
It was 6
I know,
minutes after he made the fucking the phone call.
I've heard of 16-year-old girls that put up more of a fight on prom night than the Colombian president. It's that simple. Just he folded like a $2 whore.
And the Mexicans did too. The Mexicans are just trying to save face and keeping it quiet, but they're
Yeah.
building fucking
Yeah,
they're building all these camps and shit down there for
Yeah.
the
Mexico's just going, hey, at least we didn't bow first. It's okay. It's fine. No problem. Okay. We
we take the asshole.
yeah.
I mean,
You're
those countries down there, though, everything south of the U.S. is pretty much known for getting rolled. Like that's always been a thing, though. So,
Yeah.
like, you just stand firm and they'll give it in.
Because they're corrupt as fuck. It's that simple.
Well, see, and the thing is though with Mexico now though, that's ran that president got no power down there. That president got she's just that, and that's why it's a woman. I hate to say it, I'm not trying to be misogynist or anything, but Mexico ain't had a woman president in a long time, if any time. And the only reason why there's a woman there now is just to be the face. The Mexico's ran by the cartels right now. And the bad thing is a lot of areas in certain parts, and they're still ran by cartels, but they are very nice. They're very well developed. The streets are, crime free.
It's called Cancun.
Unless they got.
I mean, what's the difference between that and the Italian mafia? We were the same way not that long ago, So it's
not too much at all. And they got their own system of laws and shit. So if somebody went and fucking, went and talked to maybe one of the head of the cartels and was like, look, we got to figure this the fuck out. We know the Mexican government. You are the Mexican government. These guys are just fucking puppets. What kind of deal could we make with you that you're gonna take these people in?
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a negotiation.
Yeah, but how does that work when Trump literally signed an executive order making them out to be a terrorist organization?
We signed executive orders against the sand people too, and we're fucking getting oil. We're about to get oil
The
from
Tuscan Raiders?
Tuscan Raiders.
Might as
Wait, what's the
well be.
topic?
I'd
That's
be
a great question, Nick.
bro.
I wonder what it was as well. But tune in for Wednesday, and you'll find out a lot more. I feel like we lasted a good 57 minutes before everything went to shit. That's good. We're building up our tolerances. Everyone is very good.
Tuscan Raiders comment is where it went all to shit. I think you're
Definitely.
giving
Tuscan Raiders.
You're jumping the gun way too early.
Hey, Tuscan Raiders, I jumped in there and shut it down immediately.
no,
Do you say
you know,
Tuscan Raiders? Shut it down. There you go.
Saying Tuscan Raiders though is racist because they could have been Jawas.
I mean, it's a little bit accurate,
They
but
could have
that's
been
fine.
Jawas.
It could have been Jawas.
They
That's
could have been
well.
Huts.
I mean, something like that.
I think the real term is Saudi Arabian.
No.
On that note, everyone, please make sure to follow Sniffing Glue 22, Upside Down Studios, and DM the Genetic Marvel wherever you watch things. We're going to be back on Wednesday on Upside Down Studios. I'm not sure, Cole, if you're going to be around. You may be in the comments. I should be there on Wednesday, and there will be more coming this week. So please make sure you tune in. And I'm going to get these two off the internet for now. All right.